The history of the Grade 2 listed building, known as the Red House, is fascinating. It all begins in 1745 when the church wardens and overseers of the poor of Christchurch purchased a barn on Quay Road to provide some form of comfort for the destitute. In 1764, a purpose-built red brick poorhouse was constructed on the site. The new building catered for the aged, sick and infirm, as well as orphans, tramps and deserted wives. It is thought that they wore uniforms, and although few inmates were fit enough to work, those who were spent their time doing things like spinning flax, making their own clothes and shoes, knitting stockings, plaiting straw for bonnet making, or picking oakum for the use in shipbuilding. Children were employed in the local painstaking work making fusee watch chains. The building became the Union Workhouse in 1835. It remained in use until when in 1881 it was replaced by a larger workhouse in the north of the town. The Red House remained in use until 1885 when the children who were there were then relocated. The building fell into disrepair and was purchased by the Reverend Thomas H. Bush, vicar in the Priory Church. It was he who renamed the building the Red House. He renovated and demolished some of the buildings. He constructed stables. He turned the exercise yard into gardens. A stone wall was built facing Quay Road on the site of the old women's ward. The building remained a family home until the death of Reverend Bush in 1909. The house was then purchased by Matilda Druitt, who owned the property until her death in 1916. The house then passed on to her son Herbert, who was a passionate local historian. He used the house to store his vast collection of local documents, archaeological artefacts and works of art. His wish that the Red House should become a museum for the town was unrealised before his death in 1943. The property passed to his sister Charlotte, who gifted the building to the town in 1947. It took the new trustees 3 years to get the building and gardens up to a state where it could start receiving visitors. The long-awaited opening ceremony was on the 30th of May 1951. In 1991, the museum was taken over by Hampshire County Council. Nowadays, the museum is a free entry museum of local history and is absolutely fascinating and well worth a visit.